That's why we can all pray to him.
We don't need to go to church for that.
No, we are the temple.
But why a church then? Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple?
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
Ouch! Don't do that, you'll burn your fingers off.
Nice and warm, and I didn't burn my hands, Milius.
I knew you could do it.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I knew I could rely on you.
Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Don't say that.
Why not?
Rotten edges. We used to eat them. Now, they're eating us.
We should go to shiring sometime. Heard they have a big-titted harlot there. One that would even do you.
What's that supposed to mean?
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see. Brother Paul?
Philip. Ah, ouch. Oh.
Here, Paul.
Oh. Ouch. Oh. A hot stone. Ah. It's a mercy, Philip. Thank you.
Remigius should give you a fire, or not have you sit here at all.
I don't really mind. Winter is bound to end sometime. Philip, if you ever run into trouble with Remigius, be careful to answer him. Do not stay silent.
Silent?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. He becomes weak and defensive. It's not fitting for a sub-prior, let alone prior.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes, and the hot stone really helps, Philip.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. He was just lying by the road. just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here, Philip. Maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
James, I pray for you that when you stand before God, he will look upon you with mercy.
Oh.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral. It feeds us.
We are people of God. Yet, we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Yes.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our St. Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
All Kingsbridge needs is faith and hard work.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt, and without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
We must.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet. I will see what I can do.
What was that?
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Brother Paul, a word. I have to leave, Brother Paul.
Take care of yourself. It's getting colder, I think.
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you, Brother Philip?
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert. No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil. You look like you have something important to do. I'll be here if you need me.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
Milius, why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Brother Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there. Wouldn't miss that.
A waste of time. There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Remember my advice about Remigius.
A waste of time.
I think I heard it again.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting
Adolphus.
today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip.
Adolphus?
I will attend, of course.
Silence!
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting. Please come to the chapter house.
Yes, we'll come with you. Yes?
No, not until we've finished.
A waste of time.
I heard it.
There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh, yes? We will be there.
Thank you for letting us know.
Brother Andrew.
The meeting will start once the cantor has finished his work with the choir. Until then, be patient.
I asked not to be disturbed.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh. Talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
waste of time. That will not get the chapter meeting started faster. There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.